What is up, you guys? Pete DiCarlo here with DiCarlo Capital, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about how I'm finding new trades and new positions using the TrendSpider platform. This is not going to be something that I'm like just posting and talking about TrendSpider this entire time, but this is something that I've been using over the past couple of weeks to find new trade setups. And we're going to talk about the criteria I look for. We're going to talk about how specifically you can trade this, and we're going to talk about probably 3 to 5 positions that I've entered recently to test this strategy. So this strategy is still being tested. So far, I've been doing this for a couple of days and it's working out pretty well, but I want to continue to talk about this on this channel, hopefully to help you guys, but also to give you guys potentially some trades that can end up making you some money. So hit the like button, subscribe, go and check out our Discord. It's completely free. The link is in the description. You guys get access to free courses, live stream seminars, and webinars, as well as tons of other free content. Link is in the description. We're over 6,000 members strong, and our goal in 2022 is to build the biggest and the best free trading platform out there. Now, the program we're going to use, like I said earlier, is called TrendSpider, and what we're going to be looking at is a strategy tester and a market scanner. Some of these numbers might be hard to see, so I'm also going to bring up some of these on Discord that I posted to our premium members so that you guys can see this. It'll be a little bit easier to notice, but there's one thing that we're looking for, and there are plenty of ways that we can look at different strategies, but looking at hours and hours and years of historical data, the one that seems to actually be the best is trading 1 hour golden crosses and death crosses. So if anybody doesn't know what a golden cross is, it's when the 50 SMA crosses up through a 200 SMA, and a death cross is when the 50 crosses down through that SMA. Now, one thing I want you to understand here is that when we're looking at these numbers, we're looking at 1 hour charts. I looked at dailies, I've looked at 4 hours, I've looked at weeklies, and for some reason, the 1 hour seems to be the best. It seems that this is usually going to be the best that we're going to get when it comes to RVR and whatnot. So first one we're going to talk about is ATER. And if we look, I ran the numbers for ATER, and as you can see right here, this is how it would have come out. In the past 3 years, if you would have bought every single time we had a golden cross on the 1 hour and sold every single time we had a death cross on the 1 hour, you would have made 578% returns in the past 3 years, while the stock would have actually gone down 65%. So not only would you have beaten long-term holding on this, you would have beaten it by like 1,000%. And you can see here, we would have taken 10 positions in 3 years. So this is not day trading. This is usually going to be about a 30 to 60, sometimes 90-day hold. And you can see here, your average win rate would have been 60%. Your average loss rate would have been 40%. So that's why keeping the stop losses set specifically on a 1 hour death cross is very important, because you're only winning 60-40. But your average return on a win would have been a 73% return, and your average loss would have been a 13% loss, which means your average return of all of them would have been 38% return, and your RVR would have been a 5, which is absolutely insane. That is very, very good. And you can see here, we just recently crossed on that 1 hour, which gives us a good entry. So this is seeming like if we can enter here, which I just did, then we could potentially see a very, very good return. So ATER is one that I just entered and one that I'm watching. Now, the next one that I'm going to be looking at is AMTX. And what you have to realize is every single time a 1 hour crosses, I don't just enter. I run the numbers and I see how would this have performed over the past 3 to 5 years. It's not like I'm just, okay, because I think today in just the NASDAQ composite alone, we had like 65 of these that have golden cross on the 1 hour. So it's not like I'm just hitting a 1 hour golden cross and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to take like 85 positions. I'm only looking to take the ones that statistically work out to the best. So looking at this, you can see here on AMTX over the past 4 years, you would have made a return of 1,146%. You would have taken about 20 positions in the past 4 years. You would have actually lost, and this is very important here, you would have lost 8 times. I'm sorry, you would have only made 8 winning positions and 12 losing positions. So you actually would have made 1,200% returns almost, and you would only have a 40% win rate. I tell this to my students all the time, but it's very important. The percentage of wins that you have is not important. The RVR and the average win is what's important, because you look here. Average return would have been a 90% win. So your average win would be 90%, your average loss would be 11%, and your average return would be 30%, and your RVR would be 7.7, which is very, very important. And then the other one is AVNX. This one crossed today as well. I took all three of these positions. You can see over the past 3 years, you would have made 284% return trading this strategy. And you can see that would have outperformed the asset. You can see we would have won 64% of the time. So we would have had 9 winning trades, 5 losing trades, which is 36% of the time. And our average win would have been 22%. Average loss would have been 7%. So these three are looking very good. AXNX, ATER, and AMTX. I've entered a position in all three of them. I also entered a position in CAR, because this is another one that they do have earnings coming up today, which is very, very risky, but another one that performs very, very well over the past couple of months, especially if we look at the past couple of years. You can see that we have, you can see this bottom right screen, over the past 4 years, you would have made a 400% return, with your max drawdown being 60%, average win being 42%, average loss being 8%. So those are the ones that I've entered. I hope this video helps, guys. If you want more content like this, please let me know down in the description, and have a great day.